Welcome to Just the Tip, where your hosts, Mike and Aisha, talk about surface level crap.
Welcome back. A few housekeeping things. If you are not already, please follow us on all social accounts.
Like and subscribe.
We are at Your Fave Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also find us on Spotify, iTunes, and Lisbon at Just the Tip Podcast. I made an edit to the name so it is a little bit easier to find.
Awesome.
That fucking asterisk was throwing all sorts of shit off. We managed to make it a day without spoiling Game of Thrones. And so
I had one spoiler that I learned that there was a Starbucks cup somewhere in the episode before I saw the episode.
Yes, so if you haven't seen the episode already, Season 8, Episode 4, sorry, just don't listen right now. Scan ahead 5 minutes.
We're only going to tell you more about the Starbucks cup, nothing else. There's a Starbucks cup in the episode. It was great.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, to be honest, outside of the dragon dying, it was the best part of the episode was searching to see when the Starbucks cup was going to appear. And the actress who plays Missandra, what's her real fucking name? Natalie Emmanuel. I saw her post a photo on Instagram last night, and I was like, oh shit, did something happen to her? And so I clicked off really fast. And yeah, she died. So two black people were there. One is gone. So there's one black person
I think
left.
I said that I wasn't going to do any spoilers. We were just going to talk about the cup, and then you talked about the
Well, I
deaths.
also said scan ahead 5 minutes.
Okay. All right, we're ahead 5 minutes.
I'll just put a little spoiler alert in the description.
Spoiler alert.
Okay,
What
so
else did we watch?
the other thing that we did this weekend is Mike had never seen the movie Purple Rain.
Purple rain, purple rain.
Okay, I only think you can do like 10 seconds of a song before you have to like get approval.
Yeah, because that was such a good...
Because that was so fucking good.
The copywriters would have
literally, his estate is going to come after us for a coin. So Mike had never seen it. Of course, it's not available to stream on anything. I had to pay $3.99 to stream it on Amazon Prime. Nothing for free, I should say.
For Amazon's ripped VHS copy.
Yes, for VHS quality. So watching Purple Rain, what were your thoughts on it? Hashtag Purple Rain is problematic.
Well, I just couldn't help but notice that like most of the storyline is Prince beats the girl and then he gets her back because he plays guitar well.
Is that all you got from it?
No, I got some more stuff, but I feel like...
What else did you get?
Well, it's a good little like viewing of Prince on stage.
You're like, it's a little bop. He's like kind of pretending he's dancing right now. He's like grooving, moving his neck around.
It's cool to see him on stage. I wouldn't watch the movie for the plot.
Yeah, and it makes you realize, watching it with you was the first time I actually thought, wow, this movie is deeply problematic. It's a lot of spousal abuse with no real like resolution.
There's like 3 or 4 episodes of domestic violence towards women, and the ending is
all those women end up with men who did no work to be better.
Prince still got the girl that he hit,
and his dad still had the wife by his bedside after he tried to kill himself.
Yeah, so it's like the message is like, men, you can beat women, and women, you stick with your man as long as he either plays guitar well or says, I would die for you after he beats you.
And then Morris Day was like, watching him, I always thought he was like fun because I like dancing along with his stuff. But watching it again, I was like, he was so fucking lame. And he has this one friend who like doesn't have a personality who's running up behind him. And it's just like, you're a fucking goofy ass clown. Like, why was anyone caring about him?
I felt like he was actually the like...
Oh, and his friend abused the woman that came like cursing out Morris Day when his friend, he did like, or he whistled or, you know, snapped his finger and then the guy threw her in the dumpster.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
You probably like blinked.
That's like a 5th episode of violence.
So I like the movie, but it's crazy how we are in this generation that grew up and we are seeing the culture and we're seeing the needle move.
The movie was made in a different time.
But we were...
It looked like it was
I was alive.
But it's like...
Because it was like mid-80s.
If you go to like Spokane, like modern day Spokane downtown, that's like what the movie still... That's what Spokane looks like, is what's in the movie.
I don't think anyone cared about Spokane. No one cares about Spokane. It's crazy that society and culture has shifted with what's acceptable in our generation, and we have seen it and we're living through it. I think that's pretty amazing, because historically I think that before technology and information being able to be shared so drastically, it took centuries for shit to change.
For any amount of
like
progress.
Everyone didn't know that they were all getting their asses beat at home. But like now we're able to collect and like get together and galvanize. And so anyway, it's really challenging a lot of the things I grew up with even more, to look back on it and be like, why the fuck did I like that? I already did that with some Disney movies like Little Mermaid, problematic. You got to lose your voice to get some legs for a dude who you don't even know if he's worth it. Change everything about yourself for this guy. Sidebar, can we go back to Game of Thrones really fast? I just want to say that Jaime Lannister is a fuckboy, Arya is a fuckboy, and there was one more person. And Jon's real fucking stupid. That's about it. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. And then rounding things out, we had a pretty nice Cinco de Mayo weekend. I also feel as though anyone who isn't in support of immigrants or isn't in support of not having children in fucking cages, like, and it's just insane to me, all of the issues that are happening at the border, and anyone who wants a wall should have been at home eating mayonnaise and been nowhere near a margarita. But with that said, we did go out and we went to the Pecado Bueno had a Pecado Bueno is a restaurant chain, local restaurant chain in Seattle, and they had a Papa Bueno Tequila sponsored party, and we went. And so people were saying, okay, I've only had 2 drinks, they're really strong, watch out. And when people are just like kind of already shit-faced telling you that they only had 2 drinks, you usually like bullshit. You kind of like say, okay, times 3, like sure. Until I had 2.5 drinks and literally woke up with sand in my shoes and was like, did we go to the beach last night?
We did.
There was a point in the night we ended up leaving the party and going to meet up with some of Mike's friends at karaoke. And I disappeared in the bathroom for maybe like what felt like 5 minutes.
I almost sent Bob's girlfriend to go look in the bathroom for you. Because I was like, okay.
How long was I gone for?
At least 5 to 10 minutes. Long enough.
What Mike didn't realize was that I was performing the entire Beyonce Beachella homecoming set. I did at least 6 songs, and some girl was in the bathroom too, walked by, and I'm gonna like post a link to the video. It was iconic. Beyonce would be so proud because #I've been on. Yeah, so it's just, Mike didn't realize that like I could have so much fun by myself. All I need is a mirror and a cell phone.
And 2 really strong margaritas.
I don't even really need margaritas because I've been dancing in the house all weekend, like sober.
I don't feel like saying, like, a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, I've had 2 margaritas, but this was like more than, these margaritas were way too strong.
They were so fucking good. Okay, I'm like, I like eating my calories, not drinking them. And each margarita is like 500 calories. It's just so fucking stupid that if you drink one of them, you better dance all night to make it worth it and burn those calories. Mm-hmm. But like, I legit had 2.5 margaritas. They're so fucking amazing. They're at Pecado Bueno. It's called the #Seattle Margarita. It has this orange liqueur in it, Papa Bueno Tequila, and some other shit that they put in a margarita. Amazing. Like, you just need to go to Pecado Bueno and get that. And then I've heard the nachos are good. I can't vouch for the nachos. I can vouch for the Seattle Margarita. Only have one. You're not going to think it's a big fucking deal when you have the one. They creep up on you slowly. Imagine that the margarita's Arya Stark, just waiting. And as soon as you have the first sip, you're on her list.
It knifes you. Oh,
it fucking knifes you. And, I mean, if you can't hold your liquor, just have one. We ended up leaving the car there and then getting it the next morning. You know when you're one drink into the night and then you have to negotiate with who wants to stop?
Yeah, neither of us wanted to stop.
We both decided,
so we said,
tomorrow's Sunday, we can leave the car.
Yeah.
Which was the very responsible thing to do.
Also, yeah, don't drink and drive.
Also, check the license plate on your Lyft before you get into it, because we were standing outside and Mike's like, yeah, that's not our Lyft. That's not the license plate. I mean, you technically were wrong after you looked at the app again.
They switched the car on us,
but the app then updated to the right one.
Always look at the license plate before you get in the car.
Oh, another pro tip, when they come, you ask them, who are you here to pick up? You don't say, hey, are you here to pick up Mike? Because then some people lie and say, sure, I'm here to pick up Mike.
You can do that, but as long as the license plate in the app matches the car in front of you, then you're pretty good to go.
Okay, that's a man talking to you. As a woman, make sure it matches. Also, when you go in there, ask them who they're there to pick up. And second, if you did not order an Uber pool, there should be no other people in that car.
Also, call a Lyft or an Uber and leave your car. Don't ever drink and drive. It's like not worth it.
You're talking about that. I'm still on how not to get kidnapped. I'm like, okay, also take a screenshot and make sure if someone knows where you are and make sure someone knows what time you should be there. They're not snatching black women like that, but someone out there needs to hear this message. Yeah. I want you to, be able to listen to next week's episode.
There's probably, I don't know if there's any naive 21-year-olds listening to this.
Mike, we were literally in a Lyft one day, or an Uber, when that drunk girl years ago, remember in Cap Hill? The drunk girl just got in our Uber, got in our fucking Uber. This was not even an Uber pool. And she got in there and she's like drunk as fuck. We're in Cap Hill and she like asked the driver if he could take her to Kirkland.
I think she like tried to hand him $40 cash.
The thing is
he didn't kick her out. She was still in the car when we
left. I honestly felt like she needed someone to witness her being there.
Yeah, I mean, she was not good to be alone.
I didn't do anything with information, but like say, God, this really fucking drunk ass girl got in our car.
I mean, when you live in the city, there's too many.
I think at this point in life, though, no Uber drivers were like snatching people yet.
No, I think it's been happening since the beginning.
Really? Oh, am I like out of kidnapping age? Like,
no, baby, you're definitely a snack.
Okay.
You were snatching.
Snatching?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm getting so confused. Okay, so the real MVP of the weekend was me. Not only did I party all night, I also woke up at 7 a.m. on Sunday. I went for a 2-hour walk on the beach with the dog. I was able to catch up with family and friends. I actually talked to my mom on the phone. I got Mike's ass up out of the bed. We went and had a beautiful brunch. We went to Trader Joe's and had all of our groceries, and we maximized the day. And
not we. You.
I maximized the day, and I just want to say
I don't drink anymore, and so like 2 margaritas was enough to make me hungover Sunday.
I don't drink anymore, really, and I just want to say this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, and my inner party girl is laying a little dormant, but she is still there, ready to show up and show out. Not only can I handle my liquor, I know how to work a room, have a great-ass time. And I realized that I miss being around people so much. Like, I'm people energized. I felt like someone plugged me into a wall with, like, my fast charger. And I felt like energized. I was like, oh my God, I miss people. I can talk to strangers. I'm, like, bringing strangers to the table to talk to Mike, and he's, like, going with it. But he would he would be so happy to not talk to anyone but, like, the people he knows.
No, it's kind of nice having like strangers delivered to you, because like
that's kind of troubling. It's kind of nice to have strangers delivered to you. I mean,
we're still out in
public.
It up.
Just clean it up a little bit. The slave trade's still happening.
I'm like, yeah, don't eat any Nestle product or chocolate. Guess what? If you eat chocolate,
Mike, it's okay for you to just say, maybe I shouldn't have said it's nice to have strangers delivered to you. You don't have to. Did you just fart?
No. Does Khaleesi have to go poop again?
The dog has diarrhea. I came in the house today, and there were 3 piles of like liquefied shit.
I took the dog out at 2 a.m. in the morning for her first diarrhea round.
He's the goat for waking up. Greatest of all time. Because Khaleesi, she will wake us up if we're home, and so she woke me up, and she was kind of panting. And I told him, I was like, oh my God, Mike, she has to go. I didn't want to go because I thought I'd get kidnapped.
Okay, poll. Would you rather have to wake up at 2 a.m. and take your dog out?
From a deep, good sleep.
Or would you rather come home after work the next day and clean up 3 piles of dog diarrhea spread out throughout the house? What would you rather do? Wake up or come home and clean?
I'd rather wake up. Or no, I'd rather come home and clean.
I'd rather wake up.
I love you.
So it worked out. That's why we're a good team.
Okay, so what do you want to leave people with this week? Other than saying please like and subscribe and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Your Fave Podcast. Search us on Spotify, Libsyn, and iTunes. Just the Tip Podcast.
You reminded me, because I live this privileged life, I forget that there is human slave labor in my products. So let's think about what products that there is human slavery in the supply chain. I know for a fact that shrimp,
which I actually have not eaten.
Well, not all shrimp.
But the shrimp I was buying at fucking Safeway was child labor.
I think shrimp from Asia, a lot of it has forced child labor.
The shrimp we were buying at Safeway said from Thailand.
Yes.
And so I actually am proud that I don't buy that anymore. I mean, to be honest, we shop at Trader Joe's, so we need to do a deep dive into where their products are sourced.
And this should be our responsibility as a consumer.
It 1000% is.
Yeah.
And as a consumer, you have the power to say, I'm not fucking with that anymore. And shift the culture. People are either lazy, they don't give a fuck because it doesn't immediately impact them. But if they come for one of us, they come for all of us.
So I think that's what I want to leave you with. Let's find out what supply chains are the most tainted.
And then what's your next step?
Well, and then we should boycott those products. Vote with our dollars.
I think in addition to that, I was gonna say in addition to that, you can probably do a little more action, not to just boycott the product, but try to actually.
Well, you gotta get everyone else to do it too with you, which is kind of hard because I love chocolate and I think there is slavery in chocolate, in modern day chocolate.
What do I want to leave people with? So it's really annoying when people tell you to smile more, but
you should smile more.
There is something to be said about if you just for one day try to smile at every single person. I've been trying to do this for the last 3 weeks, and I haven't been able to make it past 9:20. No, seriously.
And what time do you get to work?
8:56.
Okay. About 24 minutes.
So it's something, and I do feel better when I smile at people and they smile back and it's energy, but there's something about having to push past your comfort zone. So I would leave people with just saying, you know what? Try for one day to smile at people.
You should smile more.
And I'm going to try too, and we're going to talk about how it makes us feel and if it's difficult. Yeah, let's try doing that.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Send us your questions and
I'm
comments.
Smiling
Don't
right
forget
now.
to like and subscribe. I'm smiling right now.
Can you hear it?
Can you hear it? My voice and I'm smiling.
No, it sounds like it sounds like murdery smile.
It was, sorry.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.